All right, on parenting, the book says that parents are more happy and they are more satisfied in their lives. I think it depends. Some research says, yeah, that's true. Some other research maybe it's like, maybe not so much. I think some of the research is also saying that it depends on a lot of other factors, like, how much money do you have? How well is your marriage? How much sleep are you getting? These are all going to be super important things. So like if you have a lot of money, you're getting sleep, and your marriage is good, then yeah, you probably are going to be happier, but not necessarily because you have kids. It's because of all these other factors that are going on. On these parenting styles, some of this is kind of interesting. The first one is the authoritarian parenting style. This is how the book describes it. Restrictive, punitive style. The parents expect the child to follow all the directions, respect their work and effort. There's very strict schedules for when you're going to play, when you're going to study, when you can watch TV, and any disobedience leads to spankings and punishments quickly. Basically, my way or the highway. You spank, enforce rules without explanations, and generally the kids that have authoritarian parents are unhappy, fearful, and maybe even a little bit angry. That's the first one, authoritarian. Authoritative parenting. They encourage their children to be independent, but they still do place limits and controls on their actions. Basically, they are warm and loving, but they still have really high expectations for their kids, and they want them to go out and learn how to be independent. They encourage independent, but they place limits on it. So they're in control, but they're definitely more nurturing than the authoritarian parent. They like to explain stuff. They will reward good behavior. And basically, the kids that come from these kind of parents, like you would expect, they're more self-reliant, they're happy, and they're friendly. Basically, authoritative parenting is how you want to do it. Kind of an interesting side note from the book. It's weird that they threw this in there. Kids from the authoritative parents are less likely to be obese than their counterparts from the authoritarian parents. So I don't know, something to think about. The next one is neglectful parenting. The parent is uninvolved in the child's life. They don't pay attention. The kid basically has to take care of themselves. Parents just aren't around, and the kid might take this to mean, I must not be important because my parent's not around, trying to show me what to do, so maybe I'm not an important person. Kids from these type of parents later on are probably going to be, they have the potential to be, I'll put it that way, to be delinquent, have poor self-control issues. The last one, indulgent parenting. They are highly involved in their children's life. They don't place a lot of demands or controls on them. They don't like to set rules, but again, they are highly involved. They're always there. They let them do what they want because they think it's going to lead to independence, and that's exactly the wrong approach. That's not what happened. What it does lead to is egocentric, self-centered, and narcissistic people. In my position where I'm at, they are the worst. Kids that come from more of the indulgent parenting than any of the other ones. Although, all that being said, some things to consider with these parenting styles, the correlational nature of it. So let's say, for example, a difficult kid maybe gets an authoritarian parent. Maybe the parent just gives up. Maybe they become neglectful. There's all these different variables and factors that can happen that makes it all correlational. Basically, let's say you have a kid. They're born one way, and then it helps to create what kind of a parent that you are. Remember that this is reciprocal. It's going back and forth between you and the kid. So you're not going to say, I'm this kind of parent, and no matter what kind of kid you get, that's how you're going to be. It's possible that you get a kid that's a certain way, and it's going to mold you to be a certain kind of parent. It's probably easy to be an authoritative parent, the parenting style that's the hardest but the most beneficial. It's probably easy to be that with an easygoing kid. But if you got a really difficult kid, it might be hard to be an authoritative parent all the time and try to explain things to kids. And it may lead you to be authoritarian. It may lead you to be neglectful. So, all right, that is it for the parenting styles. On the next slides, we'll talk about punishment.